the name from our audience, the top name was Thomas. This has come out as Brother David.
Well, what am I supposed to make of it? Obviously, people at home weren't picking up on that name. Both very common names.
Yeah.
It's surprising. Was there anybody picking up on the name David at all? I mean, I know Thomas and John were two of the very common ones.
Not many Davids, I have to say, not many Davids, but
we did get
there
David.
were a few Davids. Yeah,
Okay, but then you could say, well, you could come up with a load of names, really, couldn't you? Okay, where is oh, there. I'm very confused. Where is it now? You've got an object there. Okay, let's go and find out. What the front runner is, shall we?
Right, now, top of the list for the object is a snuff box or silver box. That is what people have been ringing in. That is the #1 choice on the phone.
And second?
Well, we've got other objects like a silver cross, a toy car. A lot of people saw that it was a toy car.
I saw a lot of things coming in about a toy car.
Toy cars is popular, especially on the text. Silver box is #1.
Let's see
Matthew,
what is it.
show.
Right, it's not a silver box. It's a toy aeroplane.
Right, can you see that? Little plastic toy aeroplane. But
did anybody get it right?
Which is very odd.
Did anybody get a plastic aeroplane?
I didn't see plastic airplane.
No.
I saw toys. I did see toys and toy cars.
But I happen to know that Dave and Mandy from Plymouth came up with this exactly.
No way.
Plastic aeroplane.
Now that's interesting.
Out of 500 people who applied, they got it right. So I think, Matthew, an unusual object you'd expect to come up with something.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of way of trying to testing these kind of is not ideal because you really want a randomly chosen object rather than me choosing one, which is why we are trying, at Liverpool Hope, we're trying to run these experiments in a controlled way, and people can check on the website to find out how they can take part in those experiments. So, yes, it gives us some indication. We would have hoped more than 1 or 2 people picked up the right information, but it maybe tells us there's something there to look at, but maybe tonight it wasn't there.
Okay, hang on to your plane.
Right, let me take that stick man because I just want to find out how everybody has felt about tonight's programme. Any strange experiences apart from being absolutely frozen to death? I'm going to I'll trip over your handbag, love. Oh, gosh, blimey. Okay, right. What experience did you have?
We saw when they took the picture of the gravestone, afterwards it showed you 2 orbs, but just as the picture was taken, it showed you a white figure, sort of like sat over the gravestone, leaning back.
And you saw that on the film?
Yeah, there's quite a few people.
You saw that?
All of us, quite a few of us.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So it's actually worth, if anybody recorded the programme, it's actually worth maybe looking back at that bit of the all-nighters and maybe seeing if you can actually see what everybody here is describing. You're saying it's like a white, shadowy figure.
It looked like a man in a white robe.
Like a what?
It was a man kneeling down in front of the cross in a white robe, and he was just kneeling down like that.
All of you saw that?
Yeah.
That's really... Anybody else? Anybody else see that same thing? How many of you saw that? Oh my word, it's actually worth viewing back that bit of VT maybe and actually finding out.
Some people at home see it as well.
Right, okay. Anybody else have anything strange happen to them while they're in the audience? Okay. Oh, right, hang on. Oh, hang on, let me come round this way. I'll go to the front row, it's a lot easier. Where have you gone? Hello, what's your name?
Matthew. Yeah, just going back to the same bit, we've got in contact with people at home and they even saw that figure at home on telly, so it was definitely
there.
What
exactly did they see?
It was just this white crouching figure underneath the cross, just as they took the double digital camera picture and had the orbs. And
We've got to
right
definitely look back at that.
Yeah.
It's on the right-hand side.
Right-hand side, facing away.
You've thought it was like a child?
I thought it was a little white child crouched down like that underneath the cross.
Oh, we've got to have a look back at that. Anybody else, apart from the photograph, experiencing anything strange here at all? Yeah? Let me come over. Who? Oh, right, round there. Gosh, right, OK. Let me get round to you. In the red hat. OK. What did you experience?
Yeah, well, a bunch of us here, really, just keep hearing the sort of rustlings over here. And, well, sort of as though someone's walking along.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just over here in the sort of middle arch over there.
So, like footsteps?
Yeah, quite a few of us here.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
not an animal? Couldn't have been an animal or anything like that?
Well, who knows? Who knows?
Exactly. OK, David, so quite a few people have actually experienced something, and it'd be very, very interesting to see what that piece of VT shows.
Yeah, OK, where's Matthew? Come in, Matthew. Tonight has been an incredible night. What are your feelings about tonight?
Well, I'm really pleased. There's obviously lots and lots of experiences, lots of unusual sounds, people seeing things, people at home seeing things as well. And I find that quite fascinating, that we find that thousands of people, and obviously hundreds of people here tonight, all seeing something, witnessing things, which again, at the very least, gives us something to work with. I'm personally not surprisingly convinced that it's necessarily paranormal. Maybe it tells us more about the psychology of these situations, but again, it's interesting to look at.
And for the first time, you came off your fence, and it's the nearest I've heard you come to accusing Derek of making it up.
Well, you pushed me. I didn't actually...
See, I don't like it. I did push you because I thought it was important.
Well, I just think it's important to recognise that that's a possible explanation, that Derek could be making it up, and that we need to do slightly more controlled studies to tease those explanations apart.
I agree.
That people shouldn't just accept it at face value. They should try to be a bit more critical.
OK. Are you still friends with Matthew, Derek?
Of course I am, yes, of course. He's a fellow Scouser.
Is that a good reason?
No, I understand what Matthew, that's his work and what have you. I disagree in a healthy way, but hopefully one day I feel that maybe Matthew will say, hey, Derek, Yvette, Phil, you're right,
And how has tonight gone for you? Were you pleased with it?
I was, purely simply because these lovely spirit people here at this beautiful abbey tried very hard. Didn't you think, Evie?
I did. I
and Phil. And, I think that, they worked a treat. So they responded. And,
Let's go to Richard Felix. Come into the light.
Come to the light.
Your thoughts?
My thoughts on tonight, excellent night. One thing I would say about Matthew is he's doing this research. I do think there should be a lot more research being done into something that is so important. Yeah. And then, as Derek's already said, one day we will prove that there is life after death.
What about you, Phil?
Well, I'm just wondering about all these people that have witnessed things, whether it's autosuggestion with being in a haunted place. Also, nobody knows for sure that mediumship is, is true. So one day science will...
I've got to go to Yvette.
I thought it was a great night. I absolutely heard those footsteps, and that's it for me.
Are you convinced?
No, of course I'm not convinced. I think there's something very odd going on, and I would love to go back to that house. I would love it. I think it's a very, very strange, frightening house.
Well, it has been an amazing night.
Yeah.
I do want to say 1,500 phone calls, 26,000 texts, 15,000 web postings, 1,400 people here. Let's say thank you to the audience in the marquee.
Thank you.
Are you there? Thank you to the marquee, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to the Domus. Wave there in the Domus.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. Thank you to our audience here. and let me leave you with this. It's been a great night. Lots of emails saying best night ever. Thank you. Good night.